Hey, it's Sarah from Close to the Earth IT Services, and I just am here to dispel some myths. I watched this thing on, I don't know, it was like 2020 or Frontline or something like that. I don't really remember which show it was. It was like there was a super interesting lady on, and she was talking about being over 55 and just going from having a super successful career. She works for the World Bank. She has a PhD from Harvard, and she's just like barely scraping by. She had in the 90s or 2000s gone into retail stores and they didn't do well. And then she just like has been barely hanging on ever since. And she wrote this book about it. And her focus was on creating solutions. She was saying she'd written this book with techniques. I mean, she's got her PhD from Harvard. The lady's really super smart. But the focus of the piece, I guess, since it's like magazine TV, was just like, oh no, you're over 45. You're over 35. You are gonna be broke because only 30-year-olds are being multimillionaires these days, and there's not going to be any left for you. And that is not true at all. Like, all of my customers are older than I am. I'm going to be turning 46 this year. And I know so many entrepreneurs. I know so many people who are making a living only on their computer. Like, I guess it's my population, but I've got a lot of customers. And I've got a lot of people who are, all of my people are working for themselves. I don't have anyone in a conventional regular job. None. None of my clients are clocking in. None of them. And I've got hundreds of clients, and they are not clocking in somewhere at all. So if you're over a certain age, don't despair. If you're from a certain background, don't despair. If you have come to this country from another country, yeah, that you know what you came for, and to have a better life and to help your family and to prosper, and all of those things are what's real. So the reality is things have become automated. The second part of the next show that I clicked to was like, everything's gonna be automation. And really, yeah, things are going to be automated. They're already automated. Our whole system has changed in the last 10 years. If you have realized this, if you've been breathing in and out since the last 15 years or whenever the internet was installed in your home, the high-speed internet changed your life, no doubt. But it's also changed the way that people are earning and creating prosperity for themselves. So there's that. This is a big deal, and it's what's true. So we have some more access to things that we didn't before. I've even got a client who has been in the advertising business for 30 years. She's also extremely intuitive. I wish she was here right now so she could tell her own story. I update her website. She's one of the top. She's a production person. I won't say what she does because she's not here to say it herself, but she's one of the top people in her field of advertising, and she's a very spiritual and intuitive person. And she saw, because she does a lot of the supervision for castings, that there was a real hole in the marketplace for people her age in advertising. And she is over 60. So the people who are buying things are in that baby boomer age gap over 55. And guess what? I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos over the weekend, and I've been seeing influencers who are 50 plus. Beauty influencers, fashion. I mean, there's a huge market. I mean, these people have large followings. They are advertising themselves. They're influencers, and they are advertising to their own age group, and they're super successful. So the thought that once you hit a certain age and you're not a tech guy in a hoodie, presumably a white tech guy in a hoodie in Silicon Valley, you're just destined, bound for the ground, and you're just never going to get up. Well, that is complete and utter shite. That is not true. That is not the reality. The reality is people are doing creative, they're earning creatively. Here you can see, this is my kitchen. I have a computer in my kitchen where I'm going live. So I will just, full disclosure, since I've been doing live videos since November of last year, I've actually made all of my money back that I've put into it. And this isn't my first, obviously, this isn't my job replacement, but I've actually earned money doing this. Just sitting in my kitchen, going live as an experiment. Not only that, but my YouTube following is very small, right? Well, would be considered a small YouTuber with 1,200 subscribers. And if you go on to my videos, you will see, oh, how many views did you get? 3, 4, 11, 1,000. Like, it skips around. But I got an email the other day that I now qualify for the advertiser program through YouTube, which is something that's been taken away from a lot of people because I've just been doing it every day. So I actually could jump to the next level and make this a part-time job where I'm actually earning an income stream if I wanted to. How weird is that? I just had coffee. I just made coffee right over there. I'm literally in a kitchen, my own kitchen. So if someone tells you that you can't do something, that's the time to actually double down on what you're doing, especially as an older person with experience. You don't have to be a kid to use the internet. Come on. Like, my mom is 83. She's on Facebook. She doesn't have a Twitter account, but yeah, she's on Facebook like every day with her friends who are the same age group, a little bit younger. And so, hey, my mom could make a business on Facebook or Etsy at 83. She's actually really tech savvy. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that much because we're in a space where things are really, really changing. It's getting super exciting out there. And the opportunities are what we are going to make them. So I wanted to put down some Monday motivation because this is real. Like, this is happening for people. I have a whole book of clients that I call on who every single one of them are doing something entrepreneurial. Every single one of them has bootstrapped themselves. And my client book, I don't know why it's all women. Maybe because my main advertising source or my main source of contacts have been through Nextdoor, and that has like an entirely female residential audience in Malibu. But yeah, every single client that I have is doing something creative, doing their own thing, making money their own way. They're their own boss. Every single one. Every one of them. No one that I know is clocking into a job and earning an hourly. Like, no one that I know. No one that I work for is doing that. So if I can have a business based on mostly creative entrepreneurs and live a great life, what does that say about the creative entrepreneurs? Like, they're doing it, they're rocking it larger than I am. They're hiring me. And I know that to be a fact because that's my whole job. That's the way I make my living from them. All women that are older than me. And my book is mostly, I have like 1 or 2 men. My book is like 300 women. So, yeah, men hire me too. Mostly they get mad when I know more about the computer than they do. But it doesn't usually work out long term. Because sexism, I don't think people try to. I don't think people are consciously thinking that about themselves, but it ends up being kind of true. So not every guy is sexist, but it's kind of embarrassing for people when, you know, a teeny tiny woman knows more about tech than they do, and it usually doesn't work out. That's why I'm here for my ladies. I'm here for my ladies. I am here for you. And I just know some powerful, powerhouse women who are getting up every day, doing their thing, sometimes with limited tech ability. Sometimes they'll know just a few things, how to do a few things, how to go on Facebook, how to email, remember their password, and then, they're kind of just clicking around there. And they're still earning a living, supporting themselves, doing their thing. So you can too. So if anyone tells you you can't today, if anyone gives you a subtle message that maybe not, maybe don't get your hopes up, you give them the one finger salute. And, maybe it can be this finger. Maybe it can be these fingers. Maybe it can be another single finger gesture. But don't believe them. Because, yeah, you can. My book is filled with people who are doing it every day. And it doesn't matter what your tech ability is. You can still capitalize on something that's out there. I mean, you can do it. So, yeah, that's my Monday motivation hashtag for today. My message for today, that you can do it. You are doing it. Even if you know how to do one thing on the computer and you can do it well, even if you know how to list things on eBay, and that's like, you're not too into the computer. You're not too into it, but you want to know something. You want to maybe make a living at one thing that you can do. If you've got your one dance move, that's really all you need. And then it can grow. But you know what? You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And you're doing it. And you're rocking it. So forget the negativity. Forget the depravity. It's not true. And you don't have to believe things that aren't true today. If there's anything that we've learned from 2016, is that we get to see, experience, and be the truth, and allow truth to live and grow and be positive in your spirit, your heart, your mind. That's my advice. That's my advice. So I hope everyone has a rad day today. And I'm going to jump off. Enjoy. This day is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Make it your masterpiece. Gotta go.